And we're live. We're wrapping things up here with this amazing, epic fundraising event for Vets to Vets United. And I hope that everybody is coming in from the previous two shows. You know, that Dustin and Leslie kicked it off with a bang earlier, did a fantastic job. I got great big shoes to fill there. Michael just informed me that I missed the most powerful ending of a live stream ever. So hopefully we can ramp that up. But not forgetting what our goal is tonight. Our goal is to support veterans. And we're going to do that through that organization, Vets to Vets United, an amazing organization. So we got a great show for you coming up. There was links. I saw links in the last show put up on how you can go ahead and start ordering your t-shirts, making your financial contributions to Vets United. And I'm sure one of the moderators is going to go ahead and drop that link in. If you want to wait to the end of the show, because we do have something really cool that you might want to wait for, the link will be in the description of the video, so you can extend your charitable giving as long as you want to, at least for the next 14 days and beyond, because Vets to Vets United has a really pretty donate button right there on their website. And I'm sure that they won't say no if you'd like to make a contribution to them. Vets to Vets United, we've got this partnership with them, and we've been developing a relationship over the last weeks or so, last couple of weeks. Great people that make a direct impact on the veteran through these service dogs. And I tell you, I don't have a service dog. We're living vicariously through Michael and Talon when it comes to service animals. But I didn't really understand the impact that these animals have. And when Vets to Vets United takes ownership of these dogs and starts putting them in the home of that veteran that needs it, there's a bond there, a partnership that develops that is, you know, those of us that have had a battle buddy at some point in our career understand what that relationship is like. You know, my battle buddy at home now, but you know, we understand what that relationship is like, and you know, there's really nothing different. It just goes through when service members lean on each other. You know, that's where that dog comes in. And speaking of leaning on each other, I'm going to bring in my partners in this adventure. We'll bring in, let's see here, who's first. We'll bring in Dustin and Leslie from the Wayward Wags.
Hey guys.
How you guys doing? Thanks for kicking this thing off tonight.
Yeah, thanks for including us, man. It's been awesome.
And then Michael and Shelly from Our Epic RV Adventure. Great to have you guys on board. You know, kind of go back to the beginning of the evening. We were talking about how this was all kind of put together. And
sorry.
It's been a long night.
Oh, veterans.
Stop. I'm so sorry.
It's live, folks. It's live.
It's live. Don't worry, we'll edit that out later.
Yeah, we'll edit that out. It never happened.
Yeah.
You know, we're sitting around thinking about how we, you know, we're just us, and you know, retired, and we don't have our finger on the pulse of the military community, you know, and we do our best in the veteran community where we can. But I started thinking, you know, how can we do something, you know, in this pandemic era, when businesses are going out of business, when people are struggling, how can we make some impact, you know, with veterans? And we don't have, you know, the dollar. We're just a small YouTube channel, you know, and you know, we don't have the advertising dollars. What, you know, how can we make our dollars work? And And I started thinking about T-shirts because we always get T-shirts for reunions and, fun runs. And, I can't tell you how many T-shirts the Army made me buy because of and, and I thought, well, maybe we could do something like that and rally the YouTube communities that we have. And then I started thinking, where can I get some help?
Yeah.
And I started noticing just in chat rooms how many veterans were in the RV community that we kind of float around in.
Yeah.
And Dustin, you and Leslie do some amazing stuff, not only in every video by honoring, one of our fallen brothers or sisters, but then the charitable work that you guys do, quarterly or whenever you break out the great big check. And I've been following you guys when it wasn't cool to follow you guys.
Yeah, exactly. We appreciate that, man. You're like one of the first 50 or something. It was really,
yeah. So I thought, maybe we can leverage some of the momentum that he's got. And then I've been following Michael and Leslie and their adventures and the heart that he has, for his fellow airmen and veterans in general.
Yeah.
And this is how it started, for the folks watching at home. That's how it was started. We just kind of started talking about it and if it was a good idea and you guys jumped on like right away. And, it didn't really make a heart impact on me until we got the call about Patriot Rovers.
Yeah.
That hit us hard.
Mhm.
Because that really spoke to the reason we're doing all this, right?
Yeah. For sure.
And so there it is, right? So we came in, the three of us, and then we got the word out. And I was pleasantly surprised at how many people just went, "I'm in, sign me up." I want to be in. And then, when we cut it off at 21 and we had people that were still saying, "Hey, can I still get in?" We're like, sorry, the door closed on that, but hey, buy a T-shirt, $22 and, make a contribution that way. Not that we don't value their service, but we had to draw the line somewhere. And that's kind of where we are. And so there's 21 channel names on the back of the shirt. And that wasn't to exclude anybody. But like everybody knows, if you keep it open-ended, it never gets done.
Yeah.
And so here we are, and I just want to say in front of everybody that's watching, what a pleasure it's been working with Dustin and Leslie and Michael and Shelley, and the friendship that we've developed over the last couple months.
For sure.
Doing this, and I, Dustin said it. It's amazing how many times, we talk to each other. And I'll tell you, and we haven't announced it or anything, and I don't know that an announcement needs to be made, but I'm sure there's going to be some content created. But the six of us are getting together here in about 2 weeks, so that's going to be fun.
Well, there goes that surprise.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody. Bye.
Just edit that one out. Just edit that part out.
Anyway, I'm going to bring you two back toward the end of the show, and we're going to talk about some really cool special stuff. But I want to bring in some special guests, and so we will see you guys in just a bit.
Sounds good.
Righty.
All right, so we're going to bring in a special guest right now, and his name is Stephen Belser, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this guy. He's an airborne ranger, and Stephen, it's great to have you a part of this fundraising effort.
Oh, well, thank you guys for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. And the star of the show is sitting next to you there, Khaleesi, and that's your service dog.
Yeah.
And that you got through the Vets to Vets United. So tell us a little bit about your service.
So basically, I enlisted in '86, and went through basic training in Fort Dix, New Jersey, and then I went to jump school and Ranger school. Ranger school in Fort Benning, Georgia, and then from there I ended up going to Fort Lee, Virginia, and going to rigger school. And I got assigned to the 82nd Airborne, and so basically my job was to do heavy drop. So we would drop heavy vehicles, and we drop these heavy vehicles, and then we'd have to unrig them and guard them off the drop zone. And so that was my job, is to rig and unrig these heavy drop vehicles, and then guard them off the drop zone, gas them up, drive them off the drop zone. So that was my job. And I've been to I was in Operation Just Cause in Panama, and then I actually got hurt over there and had knee surgery when I got back. And about 6 to 8 months later, I ended up in Iraq. And so I was over there for another 6 to 8 months, and then I got out of the military, and so that's when I started my civilian life.
So Just Cause and Desert Storm. So you got to see a little bit of hot and sweaty and hot and mug, hot and hot. So, hey, I tell you what, there is a special place in my heart for our riggers. Every jump I did, I flipped open that little deal, read the name. I'm like, hey man, I hope you did it right today. Click, put it back. So I got you. So how'd you meet Khaleesi?
So when I got out of the military, I had some PTSD issues, and I went and got some help with therapy and medication, because I was also a single father. And when you're coming home, you can't have that. You be a single dad and have those issues going on with your kids. So I got some help, and it was a strange thing. I was good for 18, 19 years, just being good with that. And then all of a sudden, my dad passed. And my dad also was an airborne ranger. My dad also was in the 82nd. And my father also was in Vietnam. He had a Purple Heart. And it's funny because our conversations and stuff that we had was, really special and helped me a lot. And then when he passed away, it was really hard on me. And I started drifting into some depression, and my PTSD started acting up, and I was really in a bad, dark place. And my wife and we actually got Khaleesi, and my wife got me Khaleesi, and then we met Terry right after we got Khaleesi, and we got into Vets to Vets United so that we can train her for a service dog for me to help me, because I was really suffering, and I never expected. You don't understand the importance of having, when you're in the military, you got your battle buddy. And when you get married, you got your wife, but your wife is different than your battle buddy. You know what I'm saying? Your battle buddy you don't want your wife to be your battle buddy. You want your wife to be your wife. And so this dog it drives me crazy, but she is probably in love with him. She is in love with me, and she looks at my wife, and she's really jealous of my wife. So she actually thinks that she's married to me. but she just she can sense, and Terry has helped us, Investivets has helped us train her to the point where she can actually sense when I'm upset, or even when I'm sick. I had a whole bunch of issues with my knees, and I'm a cancer survivor, and I've had congestive heart failure from from the treatments and stuff from my cancer from when I was in the military, and I was exposed to back then, in Iraq when they were burning the oil fields and stuff like that, and I was part of the team that was guarding that, and so I don't know where it came from, but yes, I had cancer, and I went through a lot of health issues, and this girl, she can sense when I'm feeling bad. She knows before I'm feeling bad. I'll see her come and she'll put her head on my lap, and she'll sit by my bedside if I'm laying in the bed and I'm not feeling good. She'll lay right there. She won't move. And when I had AFib, one time I had AFib, and she just was going crazy. And, it was after midnight, and she was just going crazy, and I couldn't get her to sit down, but I wasn't feeling good. And she actually saved my life, really, if you want to think about it, because she just would not leave me alone. She was like, no, something, you ain't right. You ain't right. And so these dogs, when they train these dogs, when you go through the training with them, and I know you can go and get, the thing about it is with vets, you can get anybody to train your dog, but you won't have that closeness that you have with your dog, because the dog is going to relate to the person that trains them. They're going to have a bond with that person. But vets to vets, you actually bond. You bond with your pet, your buddy, and so it's just like, she senses anything that you're feeling. She can sense it. You know what I'm saying? Before you do.
Yeah.
So
that is a true ranger buddy right there.
Yes.
So hey, I appreciate you sharing your story. That is an outstanding. It's weird to say it this way, because out of something that's absolutely tragic, physical, mental, and emotional, comes something like this, and it just keeps you, like you're on that ruck march. It's just one more step ahead. So, hey, Stephen, I appreciate you sharing that story. I want to bring Terry on here so that she could tell us a little bit more about Vets to Vets United. Hang out. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room there. And hey, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Rangers lead the way.
Oh.
All right. Before we bring Terry Morris in, Dr. Terry Morris, who is the founder of the Vets to Vets United, I'm going to show you a few more of your fellow RVers out there that are supporting veterans.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Mark with Art of RVing. I served in the United States Air Force for about 7 years, and I was a 29150. That is a telecommunication operations specialist. And I'm an RVer supporting our veterans.
Hi, I'm Tara. This is Chad. And this is Daisy. And we are changing lanes.
I spent 6 years in the United States Navy as an aviation electronics technician working on E2C Hawkeyes.
Yep, and we are RVers supporting veterans.
Hey, this is Papa Drew, and my channel is Papa Drew's RV. I was in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years active and 4 years inactive. My MOS was 1812, which is Marine Corps M1A1 Heavy Tank Crewman. Everything's better with a cannon. We're RVers supporting vets.
Hi, I'm Ron.
And I'm Judy, and we're Full-Time Dream.
And I'm very proud to have served as a military policeman in the Marine Corps for 4 years.
And we're RVers supporting veterans.
This is Ace.
And I'm Amanda.
Together, we are Two Doves Nation. I served in the Army for 3 years as a 11 Bravo infantryman.
And we are RVers that support our veterans.
Hi, I'm Bob.
And I'm Debbie, and we're from Blue Wave Odyssey.
I served in the United States Army for 2 years as a voice radio operator with the 1st Armored Division, and we are RVers supporting veterans.
Hey, so it doesn't matter if you serve 21 years, 2 years, 30 years, once a veteran, you're always a veteran. And it's great to have these folks that are rallying with us. Right before we bring it, actually, we'll bring in Terry right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to Dr. Terry Morse, the founder of Vets to Vets United. Terry, thanks for joining me today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I can't tell you how thankful and grateful I am to have this opportunity for you all to share our mission and our work with the world. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I hope it's more of the world. I mean, I'm always looking for a few more, people to come and check out our channel. That is a super cool jacket you got on.
Thank you, Tuskegee.
And you got to share the story.
Sure. I actually dedicated this program to my father, who was a Tuskegee Airman. He was not an original. He was a B-52 bomber pilot, and he was killed during the Cuban Missile Crisis during his tour of duty when I was just 3 and my sister was 5 and my brother was 1. And so I dedicated this program to him, to honor him. And also I dedicated this program to honor my sister, who is the first female to graduate from the Air Force ROTC pilot training program at Tuskegee University. So this is my sister. Say hi. And so I'm just so very, very proud of both of them. She was following in my father's footsteps to become a female pilot. So I'm just so proud of them, and I've dedicated the program to both of them.
Yeah, that's outstanding. When you were sharing the story with us, earlier in this process, I was just like, man, that is so cool. And then your personal story of, essentially leaving your veterinary practice to honor your dad, your sister, and you were sharing that, God works in mysterious ways, and He just set it on your heart that you can take both of your passions and put them together, to be a veterinarian and to help veterans, and how all that came together. Just fantastic. So tell us a little bit about Vets to Vets United.
Well, we're a charity nonprofit, 501c3, and we rescue the animals, and we partner with them with the veterans and teach the veterans how to train their own service dogs. And we also take them through therapy training. And part of the reason why we take them through therapy training is because it's our way to give back to our community. So they go through therapy training, and also part of therapy for the veterans is to get out and give back to the community. So we provide animal-assisted therapy visits to seniors, other veterans, UNC hospitals, any place really that wants animal-assisted therapy visits. We are willing to go out and share the blessings that we are receiving with others. The veterans will get their dogs immediately and begin training immediately. It takes approximately 2 years for them to go through the whole training process. And by the time they're done, they're pretty much trainers themselves, and then mentor other new veterans who are coming into the program. So it's just really the best part of my life. It's just been a total blessing to be able to see a veteran who is now able to do some things that they have not been able to do in the past. Even, we take for granted just going to the grocery store or enjoying a football game or, a hockey game, or just traveling, driving, just getting up, getting dressed and out and doing things with family. It's just so important. And then also North Carolina has one of the highest kill rates in the whole country for animals that are at our shelters. And these are perfectly beautiful, healthy animals that are able to be placed with veterans and have a beautiful life. So it's just really a win-win situation. And, we didn't have a program in our area with North Carolina having one of the highest populations of veterans. We just, over 800,000 or close to 800,000 in North Carolina, over 75,000 in the Triangle area. We didn't have a program here, and I just actually God answered my prayer, because I asked God to please give me a mission, something where I could really see that we could make a difference in our community. And that was the answer to my prayer, actually, is to help animals and people at the same time. And it's just been totally a blessing.
Well, I tell you what, I hope through this effort that we get to make some dreams come true. I know we've got an amazing community out there that are very generous, and boy, I hope that that we could do some really good things over the next 14 days for you. And Terry, I really look forward to meeting you in a couple weeks.
Thank you very much. And I can't thank you all enough. Dustin, Leslie, Michael, Shelley, Jerry and Teresa, and all the 21 RV YouTube channels. Please, I just want to say thank you so very much, and to the community for tuning in and supporting us. Thank you so very much.
All right. Well, thank you very much for taking some time out today. And like I said, we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Okay.
All right, Terry. Thank you very much.
Okay. God bless.
Bye. All right. So there you have it. There's Terry Morris from Vets to Vets United. Stephen Belzer, hard charging soldier, and just speaks to our community and what it's all about. That it does come down to that battle buddy, and we can all take care of each other. Real quick, and before I bring back my partners here, just in case you hadn't seen it, again, I'm going to show you the shirts. They're really cool. Again, in fine military tradition, there's a lot of elements that go along with this. The red that supports the Remember Everyone Deployed Friday effort. The shirts, the unisex shirts there, the ladies' shirts, the price point at $22 a day, so that we never forget and keep moving toward an answer for why 22 veterans are committing suicide a day on average. And then you got, just the really cool looking swag with the long sleeve shirts and the hoodies, a little bit of a higher price point, but that's okay. It just means that the Vets to Vets United gets a little bit more. I don't know how to speak English. What the heck? They're going to get a little bit more bang for the buck. So that's cool. And then I want to show you the designs again. The back of the shirt with those 21 channels, and all of the links are in the description of the video, the description of this live stream, so you can check out those channels, say hello, and thank them not only for serving this amazing country that we love, but supporting other veterans. Just because you ETS or you retire or you get kicked out or whatever it is, you don't get away from having that battle buddy, your ranger buddy, or whatever that relationship is. So I'm going to bring back my two compadres. Where they go? What do I do? I got to hide that.
Hide the covers. There you go.
There you go. Hey, look who's back.
Hey, you know what? I thought it was running smooth until right then. So, again, we talked about the symbolism of the shirt. We talked about the effort. And I tell you, if you're watching out there and you just listen to the stories of these veterans that we had on, listen to how this entire Vets to Vets United came about, through Dr. Terry Morris. We were sold right in the first conversation that this is something that we absolutely need to rally around. And so here we are. We want to do really well for them. And our goal, like we said, is to put together a team, a service dog, a veteran, and fully fund their training, the veterinary care, the food, the whole ball of wax there. So,
hey Jerry, I checked in the background here while I was backstage, and update right before you brought us on. We went on for about an hour and a half collectively, and we've raised almost $1,400 in that hour and a half. So we can get there, folks.
Yeah,
we can get there.
Amazing. That's
how this community has raised money, and we just are so grateful to be part of it. And we know that they want to help veterans. So we're just grateful to be part of the community and having you guys help us with that.
Yeah, and I think one thing we missed talking about earlier, and Shelley answered the question in the chat, was why did we stop at 21? Well, 21 is reminiscent of the 21 gun salute or 3 volleys that a military member gets at a funeral. And so that's really, so everything to do with the military is about symbolism. And that's just part of the symbolism. The 22 for the 22 vets a day on average who lose their fight with depression and other demons and succumb to suicide. The 21 for to represent that final salute, and obviously the flag and
red
and red. So it's all about this. It's all about everything. Everything is symbolic and means something.
Yeah.
So just when you wear that shirt, keep all that stuff in mind.
Yeah. It reminds me of when we were talking about the design of the shirt. It was like, all right, do we want a big flag, a little flag on the sleeve? So we got one on the front, one on the back, because you can't have too many.
That's right.
That's right.
And hey, front and back, you're covered.
Yeah.
Literally. So so Dustin, real quick, we're running a little bit late, but that's okay. Tell us about this super cool incentive plan for top donors.
I have a little bit of a hobby, and I don't know if you have the picture on there, but don't show it yet. I'm going to talk a little bit first. I have a little bit of a hobby. I do pyrography, and if you don't know what that is, that's artistic wood burning art. And so we were trying to come up with something special for our top donors to give them, and we were on the phone brainstorming like we were for probably several days in a row, because we were on the phone together almost every day. And my lovely bride came up with a great idea to volunteer my services to create some plaques for our top donors. And so for our top 2 donors, we are going to send you a plaque. And so this is hand burnt by me. I'd never have burnt the same design into anything twice. And so every piece I do is custom. So what I did was I changed the shape of each one of these, so they are a little bit different, so that no one will ever have the same piece twice.
Yeah, that's right.
And I did have a picture, but I didn't bring it up. Hey, but here's a giveave. It's got the design of the front of the T-shirt.
It does.
Yeah.
And the top donor is gonna, you're gonna get that. Just a special thank you to not only that, but I'm not too proud. We want you to spend a lot of money on this. So the least you could do is get a handmade Wayward Wags special edition.
Yeah.
Thank you. Knowing that Michael and Shelley and Teresa and I, we're right behind Wags with every one of the burn strokes that he had. And
it was a tremendous amount of moral support that Teresa and Jerry and Shelley Talon and I and Leslie put behind this effort. So get these custom, wood burning thank you plaques.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I will send a picture to both of you, and then you can share it on your social media platforms so that you can show everybody what the top donors are gonna get.
Outstanding. Okay, so let's put a button on this again. We're running this campaign for essentially 14 days. We got 2 weeks. We're going to run the campaign. So please, if you don't do anything else, if you didn't hear anything else, share it with a friend. Put the links out on all your social media. We want to see everybody wearing red T-shirts that say, RVers supporting veterans, and the vets to Vets United. We want to make sure that we're canvassing the YouTube RV community, whatever community you belong to. And it's not about the t-shirt. It's about putting together those teams.
Yeah.
You know, putting together a veteran and a dog and let them rescue each other. You know, and if we make a dent in that, that'd be great. Again, $10,000 does one team, and so we would love to be able to do that. And there'll be more follow up on how this campaign's running.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. We have 4. Yeah, you got 3 veterans here. All of us have hearing problems.
What?
And
I don't have a problem. My ears ring just fine.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the sound of freedom ringing right there.
That's right. That's the freedom ring. So anyway, folks, hey, we appreciate you spending this hour and a half with us tonight. We hope that you got something out of it. We hope that you were inspired. We hope that you know that you're gonna dig deep, buy at least a couple T-shirts, and don't forget that when you're in that screen to buy your T-shirt, you can always round up. There's also a way that you could just make a financial contribution. 100% of that goes directly to Vets United, and then check for those links because you know we're linking to Vets United, so you can go there. They've got a really cool website where you can learn a lot about them and what they do. And we just thank you from the bottom of our heart that you're all a part of our community, and that you're willing to be part of this effort. You guys got any closing comments before we wrap things?
To everybody who's already donated and or bought a T-shirt, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
We really, really appreciate it. And again, if you didn't see it in my live stream, if we do come across you, we do cross paths, and I hope we do. At some point, Talon will autograph your shirt for free.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say again, thank you to all of the 21 channels that helped us through this effort. There was lots of bumps in the road. They were very patient with us, and they're all veterans, so they kind of understand that things happen. But all of our videos that you've seen tonight, all the live streams, there will be a link to each and every one of those channels. So I'm not asking you to go and subscribe to those channels, but at least go give them a look. These are all RVers. These are all veterans. These are all YouTubers. They all supported us throughout this whole thing. At least go give them a look. If you like it, keep watching, subscribe. If you don't, you give them a look and move on, but go give them a look.
Did we ever mention how many years?
Oh yeah, I wanted to mention too. I didn't mention it in our channel, but I did the math on all these channels combined. 346 years of military service.
Wow.
Wait a minute. That's just how long I've been in. What about everybody else?
That's what it feels like, Dave.
Oh, that's what it feels like. My bad. Sorry.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks to and something that won't be. I don't even know if I should say it, but those 21 channels, they've done this twice, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I tell you what, I appreciate it. Hey, publicly, I want to thank Michael, Shelley, Dustin, and Leslie for coming along on this adventure. You guys are amazing people, and I value your friendship so much. I just can't wait till we get together later on this month. And you guys sit tight. No, actually, you guys stay there. We'll just wrap up right here. Thank you all for coming. Please consider making a contribution. Consider getting that shirt. And again, thank you. We could just say thank you all night, but this has to end at some point, and we are at that point. All right. So, hey, share it with a friend, and we thank you all for coming.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. You hang tight.